Welcome to my top 25 countdown of the stinkiest, smelliest, most putrid places on earth. Welcome everyone, my name is ScottyAllenDay, and let's just jump right into it with number 25. We have the Citarum River in Indonesia with 5 million people and 2,000 industries in its basin. It contaminates over 5,020 square miles of river, known as one of the most polluted rivers in the world due to industrial waste and garbage. The smell is out of this world. Going on down, let's keep going at number 24 with the Fresh Kills landfill. Was a landfill covering 2,200 acres on Staten Island in New York City, a notorious dumping ground with a foul odor that could be smelled for miles. This is all decomposing waste for years and years and years and years and centuries. Staten Island in New York City, in New York. Coming right below it at number 23, we have located down in the crater of an active volcano or sulfur mines in Zen, Indonesia, where the air is thick with smell, where the air is thick with the smell of burning sulfur and toxic gases. So imagine hot salt smell. Mainly like a real rancid rotten egg smell is basically what the smell of burning sulfur is. It's almost the equivalent of smelling propane, or a brand new car, even worse. Burning rotten eggs is probably the best way to describe burning sulfur. Coming in at number 22, we have the sewage treatment plant in Delhi, India, processing 564 million liters or 150 million gallons of raw sewage per day, where the nice powerful pungent scent of raw sewage that fills the air. So imagine living around that sewage treatment plant with that much around in that area. Number 24, we have the Dead Sea in Jordan, again with its strong odor of decaying organic matter and materials. So decaying, basically decaying plants, decaying animals, and the smell of minerals, and again sulfur, because there's sulfur springs all around the Dead Sea in Jordan. Number 3, again, we have the sulfur springs in St. Lucia, and, well, it's known again for its pungent rotten egg smell. So most of these places that I'm talking about is basically sulfur springs. When you have sulfur springs, you have pungent rotten egg smell. And I think that is probably one of the worst smells, besides somebody having too much Taco Bell, that a human recognizes. And, well, again, we have the sulfur springs in St. Lucia. Number 19, we have the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, a swirling mass of trash that emits a nauseous stench of organic matter, decaying, basically decaying fish and birds that get stuck in the garbage patch, and everything that's decomposing at the same time. It's a stench that can actually be smelled for miles, and when people get close to it, they know where it is. It's so thick you can actually walk on it. I'll probably do a video on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and probably next week. Now that I think of it, I'll have to. I don't have a marker here, otherwise I would mark it, but I will make sure that I do that, because that's actually a pretty good story to be able to do. So we'll put that on the boards. Number 18, we have the rotting whale carcasses in on the Skeleton Coast, Namibia, providing a unique and putrid smell of rotting whale cartridges, especially even the gas that comes from the whale when they bloat and they contract, and you constantly end up with that wonderful decay smell of rotting fish. Number 17, we have the mud volcanoes in Azerbaijan, oozing with a combination of methane and sulfur gases that will leave you gasping for fresh air. So now methane and fresh gases, methane is pretty much the smell of a bad fart, along with your rotten egg smell. You put those two together, you probably need a gas mask to get going around. Yeah. Number 16, we have the tanneries of Fez, Morocco, where the smell of animal hides being processed is definitely overpowering. So you have the smell of, again, rotting carcasses, drying flesh, and glue all put together in one, making a unique putrid smell that could actually burn your nose hairs. Let's see what we got. We have the Sidoarjo mud flow in Indonesia. It's a disaster that has been spewing mud and gases since 2006. It's a natural gas. It's basically a mud volcano that comes down off of Indonesia, and you're basically bringing up the smell of burning sulfur, and the smell of methane, and other noxious odors that would come together with a very with a hot mud flow. The next one is Linfen, China, with one of the most smog-filled cities on Earth due to coal mining and industrial activities. And basically, smog is, again, burning sulfur. It is burning coal. It is burning oil. It's just a big mixture of fire. And the things that fire burn. And the burning plastic. And well, that's why a lot of people in that particular area of China wear a mask. Yeah, another one, that number 13. I worked really hard to pronounce this too, and it's Agbogbloshie in Ghana, where electronic waste is dumped and burned, releasing toxic chemicals into the air. So again, you have burning fiberglass, you have burning plastic, you have burning metals, burning sulfur, and other toxic chemicals to create a really pungent, nasty smell. You have the number 12, which is the Valley of Geysers in Russia, where hot springs release a noxious odor that will make your eyes water. Again, geysers release sulfur from the ground, as well as other chemicals depending on where the geyser is coming from. You have superheated water that goes against, it'll go against a certain mineral, it'll produce a certain smell. So according to this, it's probably going up against a sulfur mine, and it's probably going up against a mercury mine, or whatever minerals that are inside around where those geysers are produces that kind of a smell. So the Valley of Geysers in Russia. Number 11 is Seal Island in South Africa, where one seal may smell fine, but imagine 60,000 seals, however, do not smell fresh. Now describe it as a mixture of rotting flesh from fish and dead seals, rotting flesh from dead seals, dead and decaying fish, and poop. Lots of poop. This is not actually a really pungent smell. Number 10, we have the sulfur mines of Zen, Indonesia. It's the smell of sulfur, and again, it's overpowering. Number, let me grab my list here. Number 9, we have Dinar Mumbai, and it's the smell of rotting garbage that lingers the air for miles. So we got another big, massive trash dump. Number 8 takes us to the sewage treatment plant in Newtown Creek, New York City. The odor of raw sewage is unbearable. Again, that's another massive, massive raw sewage treatment plant, especially after you have a big rainstorm. That thing can actually make your eyes water if you get close to it. Number 8, I've already did number 8. Number 7, the rotten fish markets of Sakiji, Japan. It's a combination of decaying seafood, fish guts, and it creates a smell that's almost unbearable. Number 6, we have the tanneries in Kanapur, India. It's the stench of chemicals and rotting animal hides that is extremely overwhelming. Moving on to number 5, we have Rafflesia, the Rafflesia Forest Reserve in Malaysia. This is maybe the most contained location on the list, both in square footage and active stink time. All other entries make ruining your appetite a 24/7 affair. But the Rafflesia Forest Reserve only enters its woeful windows wafting rotting corpse smell about every 5 years or so, when its namesake flower, the rotting corpse flower, or the Rafflesia, blooms. And we've had a couple of those here in the United States, and it attracts quite a crowd when it blooms, and then they get the smell and they're gagging, barfing, trying to get away from the flower. Number 4 brings us to the meatpacking district in Chicago. The smell of blood and animal waste, it penetrates the air with pungentness. The 3rd stinkiest place in the world is the hot springs in Rotorua, New Zealand. The smell of sulfur and, again, minerals is insanely pungent. At number 2, we have the durian fruit market in Bangkok, Thailand. The infamous smell of durian fruit is extremely famous for its strong, pungent odor. And finally, the stinkiest place in the world, according to what I've researched and read, is the river Ganges in India. The combination of sewage, trash, industrial waste, and of course rotting corpses, because of course people send their loved ones off into the river because they think it's a holy place. It creates a putrid smell that is impossible to forget. So thanks for watching my my countdown of the top 25 stinkiest, pungent, horrible places in the world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below what you think about the video. If you want to support me a little bit more, watch another video. Give me a thumbs up, share with your friends. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And like always, I love you guys. Keep on rocking.